YouTube, how the devil are you doing? It's the month of August. We're getting near the end of August now, and I thought I'd do my pickups video and what I've been getting up to in the month of August. And we've got to talk about my t-shirt. Check it out, Primark special. A little bit of Pac-Man, so I thought I'd show that off on the video. I've got a nice collection of gaming tops, so I thought I'd bang those out each month, I think. Look at that, look. Hey, check it out. So, where do we start? I think we'll start off before the pickups. We'll do a few bits and pieces. So I've been on holiday for the last couple of weeks. That's why I've not been putting out too many videos. Went to Greece with the wife and kids for 2 weeks. That was really enjoyable. Didn't play any games, just literally by the pool. Actually read a book, which is unusual for me. First off is YouTuber of the Month. Congratulations to DaddyHands. He won July's. But I thought what I'd do is, if I had one, who would I nominate? So my nominations would have been Red Retro Steve. Go and check out his channel. So he would have been one of my nominations. So I think I want to say that the criteria is that it's got to be below 1,000 subs. So you can't pick anybody over 1,000 subs. So he was my would be one of mine that I'd pick. Yeah. So Retro Red Steve, I've been watching his channel for a while. He originally subbed to my channel and made some comments, and clearly we have similar interests. He loves his He-Man. He loves his Only Fools and Horses, and he does a little bit at the start of each video he does about sort of, you know, questions, and sort of does a bit of a quiz. And I love Only Fools and Horses. I grew up on Only Fools and Horses, used to sit on a Saturday evening at my granddad's watching that. So big fan of Only Fools and Horses, He-Man, Thundercats. He loves that sort of, you know, all the stuff. 18 was amazing, wasn't it, in the 80s? I loved 18. So we've got very similar interests, as well as our love for Wonderboy, our mutual love for Wonderboy. So yeah, go and check his channel out. I love the fact that, you know, he starts with the sheep, and then you hear his Welsh tones come over, you know, hello YouTube, how the devil are you? So it's yeah, I love watching Steve's videos, so go and check him out. Retro Import Gamer, go and check James, go and check his channel out. I would have voted for him as one of my, and it has to be people that haven't been voted before, so I'm presuming these guys haven't been voted before. And my last one would be probably Roger Retro. Go and check out his channel. Massive Sega fan, he's got a lovely Sega wall in the background. Love watching his videos as well. And he loves his Super Famicom and stuff like that. So yeah, so they're the people I probably would have voted for had I gone through to the round. So well done to DaddyHands again for winning. Is it July or August? It's July, isn't it? I think it would have been that we got voted in. There was 5 of us. I think there's one that has to be, excuse me, I've got a stinking cold. There has to be one that has below 500 subs, I think. But it was a good bit of fun and really enjoyed it. So that's that. Next up would be, like I say, really pleased to have Kev, Access Area 6, back home. Glad he's doing okay. And I hope that he rests up and looks after himself, and that he's finally out of hospital. Next up is a big congratulations to No Camp Dad, better known now as Elite Old Gamer, for reaching the massive 1,000 subs. So congratulations to him. And also, while we're talking about 1,000 subs, you know, there's a few channels out there that are close to it. So Retro Import Gamer, he's close to it. So is put my teeth back in. Retro Red Steve, he's close to it as well, and Subliminal VCR. So go and check out those channels and get them over the 1,000 subs hump, if you like. Talking of subscribers, thank you to everybody that subscribed to the channel. We've just hit 300 subscribers, so I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. What else have I been doing? Doing a lot of challenges. Been doing quite a few challenges before going on holiday. So we did the ShadowDancer challenge. That was really good, set by Retro Martin. And literally I did that the night before we flew out, so I managed to get that in. So it wasn't a great run for me, but I had to do it, being a massive ShadowDancer fan. I love that game to bits. It's brutally hard. I love the first boss and the music, and it's just really and truly, it was just a great excuse to have a nostalgia trip. So yeah, we did that one. Did the Galloway gaming one, which was the Wonderboy one, which congratulations again to Red Retro Steve for winning that. And I did a few videos around Wonderboy. I did the original Wonderboy, the arcade version. I did the remix, the Returns remix on the Switch, which I really enjoyed playing. So it was a bit of fun just to show those games off, showcase those games really. Fantasy Zone by Generation Pixel. Did that one. Haven't quite done his R-Type one yet, so hopefully by the time this video goes out, I would have done the R-Type challenge as well, if it's not too late to do that one. And he's just set another one as well, which was Shinobi One Life Challenge. So he does a lot of One Life challenges. Go and check out his channel out. It's great. I love, and Raz's Retro and these guys, they do a great job of pushing challenges, and it's made my love for retro even more, really. I've been playing a lot more retro recently. Right, next up, we've got a video. I came across a video by 2E UK, which he did about 10 months ago. Go and check it out. It's the name of it is, I wrote this down somewhere. The video title is The Cult of Personality and the Monetisation of the Hobby. And it's a really, really, really good video to watch. He's there, sat there, drinking a Budweiser. I'm going to take a drink now myself, not Budweiser. It's too early in the morning for that. And I was just hooked to it. I really, obviously the way he put the video across and the points he made is quite, quite interesting really. Because like him, I haven't got a problem with people making money off of the ad revenue. That's what I call it, the ad revenue. And being new to YouTube, so I started the channel 2 years ago, and I'm going to post this out probably 2 years for the anniversary, but I really started doing properly YouTube videos about a year ago. And it's been a bit of a steep learning curve of, you watch people and maybe I'm just gullible, but you watch people and it's not until you start watching other people and then you get a gist of what's going on in the community. And he has a very good way of, 2 UK has a very good way of saying, the retro community, the purists here, and you've got these people here that are, for the better word, I suppose what he's trying to say is grifters. And I've heard that term mentioned by a couple of other YouTubers, Goldtooth Gaming, Kev at Access Area 6. And it's sad. I find it really sad, really, that, there was a comment in 2 UK's one about the fact that maybe YouTube resembles society. And I think there's a good answer, there's a good, argument for that. I think. For me, I personally think, like I said, I haven't got a problem with people monetising their videos off the ad revenue. There's enough. I haven't got a problem with that. I do have a problem with, he made a couple of examples to UK in his video about someone said, look, one of the tiers in their Patreon was 150 quid and I'll watch a movie with you. You think, really? That really blew my mind. I mean, like I say, I've come across fake videos before where it's sort of like a plea on people's good nature to donate money. It's just wrong. It's just morally wrong. And like I say, I watched the video implicitly. It's an hour and a half long. It's a very long video he does, but the points he makes is very true. Me coming away from that, actually one of the points he makes was he likes his YouTube like his porn, which is raw, unedited and amateur, which I thought was brilliant. Maybe he doesn't like my videos then, because I like to do a bit of editing. I do like to make videos, like my Contra one that I made, and my SNES collections one I made. I like to make a bit of an intro, make like people laugh, because life's too short. It's all about laughing, but he does make a very good point there, isn't it? Yeah, so bottom line is it boils down to a couple of things. It boils down to ego and greed, isn't it? And I think that, I don't know, maybe it's the way, maybe I'm old school, where I'm brought up, but it boils down to those two things, isn't it? People's egos, thinking that, I've got a couple 100,000 subscribers that I can treat people below me and ask them to fund the lifestyle I've been accustomed to. So that's what I take from it. Yeah, anyway, very good video, worth a watch. Also, thanks to SNEStastic, watched his video while on holiday as well. I did have a holiday, honestly, but I just, like to relax in the evening, apart from reading books. And he did a video on his SNES pickups, and he mentioned me, so thanks for that. And James that pushed into the channel, so thank you very much for that. And then we better get on with, I think that's everything, we'll get on with the pickups. So the pickups this month was just before we went on holiday. I went into a local retro gaming shop that's close by, and I noticed that he had a couple of Super Play magazines there, and they're a couple of quid each. So I got that one, issue 28, and I do collect these from time to time, purely for the fact that SNES is one of my favourite consoles of all time, and I used to actually collect this back in the day. I used to go to a newsagent's by my secondary school, pop in and get a copy. It was my favourite magazine to get. It was really good. I mean, I loved that era because you go on the internet now for reviews, don't you? But these days, those back in the 90s, I mean, this is what, July 94. Excuse me, I've got a cold. So that's 21, I've got 23. And you would look at the reviews and see what they said about the game before buying the game. There was a Mean Machines, wasn't there? Sega, there was a Nintendo magazine. But these were my favourite, and I did at some point start collecting these, but you know, if and when they come up, they were a couple of pounds each. So that was great. Before the holiday, also I picked up Sega Mega Drive's Fatal Labyrinth. It's very similar. It plays, if you haven't heard this game before, it plays very similar to Dragon Crystal, which is a top-down dungeon scrolling type game. Really, really good. It features on the Sega's collection actually on the PS3. So if you Wonderboy, you may have seen this game before. It's unusual artwork. But yeah, I don't know if you can see that, if we can pick it up on camera there. I paid a couple of, what did I pay? 20 quid for this, 22 quid, all in with the manual. You know, I'm trying to gain a few more Mega Drive games that I've wanted to own for a while. So picked that one up, I was pleased to get that. Manual's not in the best of conditions, I might have to source another manual, which did upset me a little bit. Then we got, the other day this turned up, we have Secrets of Mana. So I do want to expand the Super Nintendo collection, and one of the games I want is Secret of Mana. Do you know, this is a remake, and this was only a few quid off eBay. And I thought, do you know what? Let's give this a go, see what the remake's. It got mixed reviews when it first came out. It got mixed reviews, and I forgot all about the game. I'm not really a massive JRPG guy, but I thought I'd give this a go. So yeah, really pleased with that. And I paid what, £5-6 for it. I think it's about a tenner in CEX. So I was quite pleased to pick it up and thought, give it a go, see what it's like. Some people commented on that the characters' mouths don't move, and you know, and there's a bit of taboo about it. But I thought for £5, why not give it a go? I can't remember if I mentioned this or not in the video before. I picked this up off eBay. Destroy Humans. I'm not sure if I did feature this. I'm getting a bit old now. I can't remember if I featured this in last month's pickups or not. But I picked this one up. Started playing this just before the holiday. Got into it. Really good game. Need to get back into it. Hot Shot Racing also. I can't put down. I keep playing it every night. Trying to platinum that at the moment. So that's those. Another pickup I picked up this month was from Amazon, and this was for my PS5 to expand the storage. So I treated myself to one of these, seeing as my wife was treating herself to all the duty frees. Don't say anything. So yeah, so I saw this a couple of months ago in a CX window for about £150. And I nearly bought it, and I thought, oh, I can't afford it at the time. So these are £200. I think there's a 4 terabyte one. This is a 2 terabyte, and I managed to pay £160 for it because it's on offer at the moment on Amazon. So yeah, pleased with that, and it's made a big difference. I've now got a lot more storage. I was running out of space. Got a lot of PS4 games on my PS5, as you do, and so yeah, so that's the big spend this month, was getting one of those. So I thought I'd add that into this video. And then on holiday, occasionally by the pool when I was a little bit bored, I've been pretty good at slowing up, been enjoying just my holiday and relaxing. We got a couple of Game Boy games. So the first Game Boy game I picked up was Super RC Pro AM. There's an NES game of this. But I played this on emulation and I loved it. I thought, you know what, I'm going to get this for the Game Boy. So I picked that, literally, it's a couple of pound worth getting. Little racer there. Reminds me of Super Off-Road. If anybody's played Super Off-Road, reminds me a little bit like that sort of isometric style racer. Then I bought this one. I was tempted to get the Japanese version, which is Pitman. And it was quite a unique game for the Game Boy at the time. It meant you could reverse back your moves. And I love puzzle games on the Game Boy. I know people aren't always into puzzle games, but I love puzzle games. And this is called Cap Trap. Careful there, Chris. You said something else then. Really good game. I've played it a little bit. I was going to do a live stream of this, but yeah, picked that one up. I was, like I say, I was toying to get, I don't know if I should have got the Japanese version or not. I don't know. You couldn't get it in it. So this is the American version. They didn't actually, great thing about Game Boy is it's not region, it's region free. And then last but not least, I picked this one all the way from Japan. And I didn't expect this to be here till about September, but it turned up the other day. I can't remember the name of it now. I'll put it on the screen. If I'll put the name on the screen, it's something Ninja. Really, again, it reminds me of a game that I've got for the Game Boy where it's tile based. You have to move the tiles to get to the end of the level, bit like a Bomberman style top down thing without the bombs, obviously, in Bomberman. Really good, and I paid about 25 quid for that to be shipped all the way from Japan. You know, I love the art style on it, it's great. So, and I've known about the game for a while. There's a couple more games I want for the Game Boy. I'm nearly there. Ideally, I'd like 100 loose of my favourite Game Boy games. And then, you know, I've got a few boxed ones as well. Like I say, Game Boy's the only one Game Boy's the only one I really like collecting loose for. And last but not least, I've picked up one of these. And this is fairly cheap. This is £47 all in. Brand new, sealed. I've not even opened it up yet. And the reason behind this, I watched, funny enough, 2UK's unboxing of his. They're about £75 on eBay at the moment. Not eBay, Amazon. And it was the fact that I was at work just before we went on holiday, and a guy bought his in. His is the later 2600, but all black. I think they call it the Junior. I never grew up with a 2600. Atari, I always remember featuring in Argos magazines. It was the 7800 that I always caught my eye. But I think really and truly, I don't know if people will agree with this, that Sega was really the prominent manufacturer in the UK. None of my mates had a Nintendo. None of my mates had an Atari. I think I knew someone at secondary school that had a Lynx, but it was generally the Game Boy was a popular thing over in the UK in the 90s. The Mega Drive was really dominant until the Super Nintendo came out. But these things didn't feature, and probably, I mean, I was born in '79, so by the time I got into gaming, these things were sort of a bit dead in the water, really, I guess. But it was the fact that some guy bought one in, I'll say a 2600 Junior. I put it in, played it, and I fell in love with a few of the games that I've played before in emulation. And I thought, you know what? I started looking at it, and I thought, you know, I don't fancy getting an old one where inherently could have a lot of problems. Not that I'm quite happy to tinker, modified my Game Boy so it was backlit, etc. So I'm quite happy to solder stuff. But it was mainly the connection with modern day TVs. So I've got things like stuff to upscale, excuse me, and I've got an old CRT down on the floor here, but I just thought, do you know what, to make life simple, if at Christmas, you know, go down and see the grandparents, kids want to play some old Atari games because they're quite addictive, quite fun family games, etc. with the what do you call it, the paddles, etc. I fancy something that just can plug into a modern day TV, and this thing can, and it plays old cartridges. So I thought, you know, why not? And for £47, I think you can't go wrong. Bit of nostalgia. I like the fact that on the new one the Atari logo lights up. And obviously they're bringing out a Pac-Man edition, so the prices of these will probably drop even further. But yeah, I just thought, why not? And it plays 7,800 games. And I thought, for the money, I thought I'd give it a go. And, you know, there's only a few games. I've already ordered Space Invaders, so that might feature in this video edited. I might put that in. Sorry, to UK if you're wanting a bit of unedited. But yeah, so that's my pickups for this month, really. I haven't bought much because, like I say, 2 weeks I've been on holiday, but yeah, so there you go. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care, guys.